Hello, welcome to Learn with Ease. In this video, you will learn without stress how to import data from Excel. First off, let's see the data we are importing. Okay, so this is the data that we're importing. So I downloaded this data from stats.govt.nz just for the purpose of this tutorial. So first thing first, what you should consider before importing a data from Excel is that the variables should be on row 1, while the values should be on row 2. So the variables of the data should always be on row 1 in order for SPSS to import it successfully in the way that SPSS will understand. Is that the variables should be on row 1 and the values should start from row 2 downwards. Alright, so now let's go back to our SPSS. Alright, so in order for you to import the data from Excel, you click File, then Import, then Excel. So now you look for where you saved the data. So this is where you can search for the folder where you saved it. So I saved mine in SPSS. Alright, so now as you can see, there is no Excel document showing here because I don't have any of these formats here. XLS, XLSX, XLSM, because the format I want to import, the format of the SPSS file I want to import is on CSV. It's a CSV document. So what am I going to do now? You click the arrow on files of type, then I can either click the CSV because I know the format and you see it there. But what if I don't know the format that this document is saved with? So if I don't know the format it's saved with and I'm not seeing it here right now, I have to click here again, scroll down to the bottom and click all files. So as you can see, different documents saved in different formats are now showing. I can now see them. So now I can now find the Excel document or file that I want to import. Alright, so now I want to import machine readable business employment data, which I earlier said that I downloaded from stats.govt.nz just for the purpose of this tutorial. So I'll double click on it and SPSS starts the process of importation. Alright, so now we have some options that we'll have to pick while the process is going on, while SPSS converts this Excel file into an SPSS sorted file. So now you can see, does your text file match a predefined format? No. We'll leave it at no. Then click next. How are your variables arranged? We'll leave it at delimited because the variables are delimited by a specific character, which is comma. Then we'll leave it at delimited. Are variable names included at the top of your file? Yes, which is one of the things I said we should consider before importing. So what is the decimal symbol? It's a period. So next. So the first case of data begins on which line? That is, the values begins from line 2. We leave it at 2. How are your cases represented? Each line represents a case. We leave it at that. How many cases do you want to import? Of course, we want to import all the cases. But if you don't want to import all the cases, you can click on this, the first, then you write how many cases you want to import. But since we are importing all the cases, we click on all the cases. Then we click next. Alright, so now which delimiters appear between variables? So delimiters that appear between variables in SPSS are comma. So we have to untick space, because if we click space, the values will be scattered among the variables. So we have to untick space and leave comma there. So what is the text qualifier? The text qualifier can either use single quotes or double quotes, but I like using double quotes. So click next. Next again, because the data format should be left at, we leave it at automatic. Then the variable names, it starts with series reference from the data we have, as you can see here. Alright, so click next. Our percentage of values that determine automatic data format is 95%, which is the normal percentage. Next, okay. Would you like to save this file format? For this tutorial, no. But if you want to save it, you can click yes and save it wherever you want to save it. Would you like to paste the syntax? No, we don't want to paste the syntax. So click on finish and wait for SPSS to do the remaining process. Alright, so SPSS has done the importation. And so there are some other things that it can do for us, which it did automatically, but we can do it in a way, re-edit it in a way that we want. Like for instance, this particular column is shrinked because it's an empty variable. So we can expand it by bringing your arrow in between the columns, and when it turns to a double arrow, you click and hold, then you drag it to the width that you want, like that. So we can re-edit this to suit the way we want. Like this particular column is too wide, so I want to reduce it. This also is too wide, so I have to reduce it, drag like that. Or you can come to the variable view. In my previous video, I've taught how you can increase the width and the columns. So you can either reduce or increase it here, or you can just drag, click, hold and drag to the size that you want. Whatever way that pleases you, you can do it. Alright, so that's how you import Excel, a data from Excel into SPSS. Thank you. Subscribe, share and comment. Thank you.